with a performance review.
I'm not going to make it in today. Yeah, I'm actually working with a new trainee. Oh, sit!
This summer, make your own plans in the ultimate driving machine. Find yours at the BMW Summer Sales Event on now. Lease the 2025 BMW X330 xDrive for $599 per month.
This is KCAL News Mornings.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, July 19th. Welcome to KCAL News at 6 on CBS. Also streaming on CBS News Los Angeles, I'm Rachel Kim.
And I'm Christine Lazar, and we have some breaking news in East Hollywood.
That's right. A car drives into a large crowd in front of a music venue.
And we know right now many people were hit. KCAL News reporter Elise Martinez is live in front of the Vermont nightclub. And Elise, what can you tell us so far?
Good morning. There is new information coming in, but we want to show you behind us. This is the Vermont. This is where it happened just minutes ago. There was the smashed up car right in front. They got that cleaned up very quickly. They're starting to open up Vermont Boulevard here. It is adjacent to Santa Monica. They're just starting to open it up, take down that crime tape. But this scene that unfolded last night was very chaotic. We just talked to an LA City firefighter. Here's what we know right now. First, we want to show you some cell phone video that came into our newsroom showing people screaming and running outside of this Vermont nightclub early this morning around 2 a.m. Now, initial reports from LA City firefighters on scene indicate the driver may somehow have lost consciousness, hitting a taco truck and a valet stand and striking the crowd. I just talked to a firefighter. He says about 30 people were injured, at least 7 are in critical condition this morning, 6 in serious condition, 10 minor injuries, 23 in all transported to the hospital. They were taken to local hospitals and trauma centers. A man who was outside as all of this was happening, he talked to us. Here's what he said.
We in the club, we standing, we like 5 people behind, and we hear a loud bang. So we all start ducking. We think it's gunshots. We look out the car. We look out the club, and it's a car there. And then it's crazy because people everywhere laying down, cautious, people bleeding out and stuff. And we're like, damn, like we're in disbelief because 20 seconds more, that would have been us.
And you can see a person being taken into custody at the scene. Firefighters and paramedics had to triage the patients on scene. One of the paramedics discovered that one of the patients had a gunshot wound. We're trying to confirm who that was and how that may be connected. There were also reports of some sort of argument or fight at the club. So we're trying to get information on that. But again, 7 people in critical condition, 30 people injured. We're going to continue to update you. We'll have the very latest coming up. Going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Elise. We appreciate it. And we will keep you updated as we learn more throughout the morning.
And now to more developing news. 3 LA County Sheriff's deputies who were killed in an explosion in East LA have been identified. This taking place at a training facility. The tragedy marks the deadliest day for the department in more than 150 years. KCAL News reporter Lauren Posen has the identities of the fallen deputies and explains what happened.
Here are the faces of the 3 deputies who gave their lives in service to the community and were killed in what the sheriff calls the deadliest incident in more than 160 years. Detective Joshua Kelly Eklund served in multiple roles, from field training officer to narcotics investigator. He leaves behind a wife and 7 children. Detective William Osborne, a tenured investigator and trusted mentor in arson investigations and the bomb squad. He's survived by his wife, a sheriff's department detective, and 6 children. And Detective Victor Lemus, a seasoned veteran who trained new deputies and earned commendations in canine handling and arson. He's survived by his wife, also a detective, their 3 daughters, and several family members in law enforcement.
Between all 3 sworn members, they had served our community proudly for 74 years.
An emotional procession took place Friday afternoon to honor the fallen deputies who were killed just after 7:30 in the morning when a device they were working to render safe at the training facility exploded.
This is, unfortunately, the largest loss of life for us as the LA County Sheriff's Department since 1857.
Law enforcement sources say a homeowner in Santa Monica was cleaning out a garage on Thursday and found items resembling grenades. CBS News reports the sheriff's bomb squad took at least one to the training facility, where the team was working to render it safe when it exploded. The blast could be heard and felt for blocks.
It was like a 0.1 earthquake. It really shook. It felt like something was terribly wrong.
The LAPD bomb squad responded to the scene to help secure it and ensure any other potential explosive materials were safe before moving them. The incident is under investigation, but the sheriff says it could take weeks to months to fully determine what led to the deputies' deaths. In the meantime, the department and community are mourning the loss of these dedicated officers.
Today puts a face to how dangerous these men and women, their job actually is on a daily basis, and how something can go tragically wrong at any moment.
Reporting in East Los Angeles, Lauren Posen, KCAL News.
A highly specialized federal unit from the ATF will now be taking up the investigation. The ATF's National Response Team specializes in explosions and arson. They investigated the 9/11 attacks and the Oklahoma City bombing. They'll try to determine the seat of the explosion. A Santa Monica police source told us that when the bomb squad picked up the devices, they did not believe they were explosives, so they took them back to their East LA headquarters where they detonated. ATF investigators will try to help decide exactly what went wrong.
There are huge search scenes in East LA, but also another one appeared in Santa Monica. That's the same area where the deputies were Thursday. KCAL's Hunter Sowards has the investigators looking to see if there is a connection to the deadly explosion.
A stretch of Bay Street in Santa Monica closed for hours Friday.
It is a tragedy. It's horrible.
People who live in the complex in disbelief.
In shock, really. It just, you would never expect it to be at like your apartment. It's a very quiet neighborhood.
ATF, the FBI, and the LAPD bomb squad all returning to the location where members of the team killed had responded to retrieve an explosive device just the day before.
They recovered some old grenades so they brought the bomb squad in.
Neighbors living in the complex tell us they were evacuated hours after the deadly blast.
There were at least 10 cop cars and then the bomb squad showed up.
Investigators are trying to determine the link, if any, to the explosives that killed 3 sheriff's deputies, while also making sure no other dangerous devices are still inside the complex.
They're also simultaneously looking to gather information, potentially evidence related to the individual who was ultimately responsible for having this explosive device.
Former ATF agent Derek Pleasance began his career working with the arson explosives detail, the same team at the center of tragedy.
These things can happen, tragedies occur, but with the knowledge, training, and experience level of these investigators, this is unprecedented ground we're on to lose 3 such exceptionally trained officers in a single incident.
He says the work done Thursday when deputies recovered the devices, it will ultimately help in their own death investigation.
And their facts and the information they found leading up to their demise is going to help prevent this happening again.
As federal and local agencies work to piece together the tragedy that took the lives of 3 of their own.
It is just an unbelievable tragedy for the community of Los Angeles to lose people of this quality, this capability. These are some of the best investigators in the world.
Hunter Sowards, KCAL News.
LA County Board of Supervisors Chair Catherine Barger ordered county flags to fly at half-staff in the wake of the explosion. She also extended her condolences to the deputies' families. And stay with KCAL News and KCALnews.com for our continuing coverage of the LA County Sheriff's deputies who were killed. We're also streaming on CBS News Los Angeles.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. 6:07 on this Saturday morning. We've made it to the weekend, looking live, starting you off from our Next Weather Sky Camera, Malibu. And we can see some low clouds out there in the distance, some mid and high level clouds in the mix as well this morning. Temperatures 50s and 60s to get your day started. A lot of the moisture that we saw move through yesterday brought us some rain, measurable rain in some spots of Southern California. Well, that is moving out, and we still have a little bit of residual monsoon moisture in the mix. A slight chance of a thunderstorm across our mountain communities this afternoon. Otherwise, temperatures at or below average. 100 degrees in the high desert today. 90s across the valleys in the Inland Empire. Low 80s for LA and Orange County, and 70s at the coastline. We're going to have more on your extended forecast coming up in just a few minutes. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. A heartbroken community comes together for a vigil to remember a 5-year-old boy whose body was found in a Panorama City parking lot. Right now, the family is demanding justice as they learn more about the murder suspect's violent past. Now, I spoke with one of the little boy's relatives.
It's horrific. It's devastating. We are devastated. We want answers and we want justice.
Mark Hearn spoke to us over the phone after his grandnephew's alleged killer was charged with the little boy's murder. 20-year-old Bryson Gaddis is accused of beating 5-year-old Elijah Hearn to death in a Panorama City apartment on July 11th. Elijah's body was found the next day in a commercial parking lot.
He was just a very loving child. He was just a very pleasant, delightful child.
Mark Hearn's brother, Troy, the boy's grandfather, told us earlier this week Gaddis is Elijah's mother's ex-boyfriend. Troy Hearn said Gaddis and his daughter had a violent relationship and that Gaddis is not the boy's biological father.
I knew he was in and out of jail.
Elijah's family is outraged after learning of Gaddis's recent criminal history, which includes charges for carjacking, assault, and domestic violence.
These are violent acts. And these type of individuals should not be amongst society. They shouldn't roam freely. If he were incarcerated as he should have been, or if this had been checked a long time ago, my nephew might be here.
Gaddis faces 1 count each of murder and assault on a child causing death. And if convicted as charged, he could face up to 25 years to life in state prison.
May you get what you gave my nephew.
The suspect, Bryson Gaddis, did not enter a plea during a brief court appearance in Van Nuys yesterday. He remains in jail and is expected back in court next month.
A cold case killing cracked in Pasadena. A couple has been charged in the 2021 shooting death of a 13-year-old Pasadena boy. Mohammed Abdul Malik and Taraja Flemings each face 1 count of murder. Iran Moreno was shot and killed while he was playing video games in his bedroom in November of 2021. Abdul Malik allegedly fired a single gunshot through a window from a vacant lot across the street. Police say he got into a getaway vehicle driven by Flemings. If convicted, Abdul Malik faces 53 years to life in prison and Flemings faces 25 years to life.
The city of LA is suing Airbnb. They say the company price gouged fire victims during the January wildfires. The city attorney accuses Airbnb of listing 2,000 rental sites with price hikes for more than the allowed 10%. Airbnb denies the charges and say they have contributed tens of millions of dollars to the Wildfire Recovery Fund and that they have sheltered more than 24,000 people after and during the fires.
Malibu residents are moving to a new phase of rebuilding after the wildfires. City Council is waiving fees related to rebuilding homes and it's streamlining permits for local businesses. Meanwhile, the debris removal process from January's Palisades fire is nearly complete. But waiving those fees and slashing the red tape won't fix 2 major problems facing fire victims, and those are higher costs and fewer workers.
Carter Evans says the president's crackdown on illegal immigration is leading to labor shortages.
This construction site has just about everything you need to build a traditional family home. Everything except enough workers.
We have probably